Guys, welcome back to my channel. So before we get into the get ready with me portion of today's video, I wanted to go ahead and just do a quick run through of all the Twitter receipts. I noticed that a lot of my subscribers on my channel, at least, I can't speak for everyone else, but a lot of my subscribers don't have Twitter, and so you miss out on a lot of the behind the scenes things on Twitter that happen between, drama channels, influencers in general, I guess you could say. So because of that, I want to take the time to go ahead and read through all the receipts that have led up to the release of the Here for the T-Spill collaboration video about Jaclyn Hill and everything, because I feel like a lot of what we see here is very important. Not to mention, like I said in my last video, I was very anxious to see what Jaclyn's reaction would be to these videos being put out, and Jaclyn has responded. So with that being said, I figured I would go ahead and just build a little timeline for you guys. Maybe if you don't have Twitter, this will be easy for you guys to follow along with, and then at least you'll have an idea of what I'm talking about in today's Get Ready With Me. But yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So on the 13th of September, she posts Who's Ready for the Truth along with a screenshot to show that there is a collaboration between T-Spill and Here for the Tea. Now before this, there was some cryptic tweets posted by both of them that were exactly the same. Everyone clocked a collaboration at that point, but this kind of confirmed everything. And then later that day, we see Jaclyn Hill retweet that last post, and she says, "Everything you say is based on nothing but opinion. If you want the real facts, I will be happy to pay for a first-class ticket to Florida and you can interview me in my home. I have nothing to hide. My DMs are open," and tags at Here for the Tea too. And then we see Sam retweets that, and she says, "Okay, let's do it." Now, because of that interaction, when the release date came and the video hadn't been uploaded, people were starting to go nuts with conspiracy theories. People were saying that Jaclyn had gotten to Sam and T-Spill. There was talk about a cease and desist. I mean, people were going wild with the accusations and things like that. And so because of that, Sam decided to go ahead and clarify everything and say, "Hey guys, the final copy of the video is being edited and will be up as soon as possible. So sorry for the delay." And then we have one of her subscribers commenting and says, "Can you confirm that nothing has been adjusted based on your recent interactions with Jaclyn? I know a number of us will be wondering about this." And Sam replies, "I haven't spoken to Jaclyn. Nothing has changed. It's just taken longer than expected to edit. Hopefully you understand." These next set of tweets right here are from T-Spill and Here for the Tea, basically saying, "Guys, there's no conspiracy theory. Jaclyn hasn't gotten to either of us. It's literally just a tech issue that is holding the release of the video back." And then finally, the next day on the 16th, the video finally goes up, and then this is where Jaclyn starts to get kind of vocal on Twitter. Now, we see here in the original post where Jaclyn offers Sam a ticket to Florida to interview her personally, someone comments and asks for Jaclyn's real thoughts on the emails presented in the video, and Jaclyn goes on to say, "My real thoughts, I was young, overwhelmed, and didn't know shit about business. I could have handled it so much better, and I would have now. But I only owe that explanation and apology to Marlena, which has already been done." Someone responds to that and asks, "But why did you act like they didn't exist? In your video, you even said you have searched the internet high and low and couldn't find them." And Jaclyn responds, "Because I couldn't find them online. Of course I have the original emails and texts with Marlena and her team, but I had not seen the emails that had been leaked. Therefore, I could not confirm if they were legit. Get what I'm saying?" Sam responds and says, "Looks like everything I say isn't based on opinion. This tweet serves as confirmation of facts." That goes back as a response to what Jaclyn had originally said about Here for the Tea, saying that she does not ever have facts. It's just opinion based when it comes to what Here for the Tea posts about on her channel. So that is a direct response to that. We see Jaclyn respond directly to the video. So it says here, "I'll be real with you. I didn't watch your video and I won't. I've had a few people call me and tell me your video is very biased, which is why I won't watch. But I am getting tweets about emails between Makeup Geek and I from 3 years ago, and I've already cleared this up with Marlena personally." Sam retweets that and says, "Jaclyn, come on, girl." And then we say Jaclyn say, "At the end of the day, you don't have all the facts. You weren't on the phone calls, didn't read our texts that we sent constantly, and never were at our meetings. And I understand you personally have it out for me, so talk your shit and do your thing, but a good reporter always gets both sides of the story, and you have yet to DM me, which shows me your intention, so you just keep doing you, and I'll do me. To which Sam retweets and responds, isn't it hilarious how you can DM another channel, but somehow can't manage to DM me? You realize you've been sharing your, quote, side, unquote, for years, and somehow it's always everyone else's fault, dash, documents lie, dash, millions of excuses. We are tired of the excuses. And then the last update we have as far as a potential interview comes from Sam, and she says, to be totally transparent, Jaclyn and I have spoken in DMs. The series is still going ahead, but we are working on a potential interview. I say potential only because if she is not legally able to answer my questions, there's no point in wasting our time. We'll keep you updated. So yeah, that's basically the end of the Twitter interactions that I've seen as of right now today. Of course, things may be updated, there may be more interactions, but as of right now, what I'm discussing in today's video, you just heard right here in the read back of all the tweets and everything. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty guys, so now that you guys are caught up with what we're talking about for today, let's go ahead and get into what our look for today is going to be. So many of you guys asked me to please do a tutorial for the look I last wore the last time I wore makeup, which was, I want to say like 2-3 videos ago, I think it was. I'm gonna put a video somewhere up here for you guys and you can see what look I'm talking about, but it's that really pretty ultra glittery one that you guys were like all in love with the other day. In case you were wondering what palette I'm going to be exclusively using, it's going to be the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I am so in love with this palette, but when it comes to the glitter, I'm using a MAC glitter. This is in the shade Raining Riches. This is what it looks like in the tube. Now, of course, I mean, you don't have to use a MAC glitter. If you have any other glitter from a cosmetic company that's cosmetic grade, feel free to use that instead of this, but this is what I had in my collection. So I was like, you know what? I need to use these up, so I'm gonna use this for today. For my eyeshadow base, I'm going in with the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade Skin Tone. We're gonna start with that first, and then we'll start with the blending. But let's go ahead and get into the drama. Also, since we're using an ultra matte lippy from Colourpop for our lips for today, you definitely want to use a balm and hydrate your lips. Alright, so Jaclyn Hill has been very vocal the past few weeks in regards to the drama channels. I just dug my nail right into that. Oh my god. To set the eyes, there's no creasing. I'm going to use the lighter shade in this contour palette from Wet n Wild. Alright, so for the first shade in the Born to Run palette, I'm going to use the shade Weekender, which is right here, on a nice big fluffy brush. And I'm going to blend that into the crease area. And I'm giving it a very blown out look too, so I'm putting this literally everywhere. Jaclyn really hasn't had the easiest past few months, if we're being honest. From the palette release to the brush release, I mean, she's just been in the middle of a shit show. So I can understand why she's been kind of like lashing out, if you will. I did say in my last video on the subject when I first reacted to her video, I think it was the last one actually, I did say that I was very anxious to see what kind of reaction we would get from her. I didn't think it would be immediate, but it was. Next, I'm going to go into the shade Riff, which is right here. And I'm taking that on a more precise fluffy brush, I guess you could say. And I'm going to place that right where we put that Weekender shade, but I'm going to concentrate it more in the crease area to kind of deepen up the look a little bit. Yeah, I didn't expect Jaclyn to respond as quickly as she did, but it's funny because she's responding to something that she's alleging she didn't even watch, which I think is kind of ridiculous, because how can you have an opinion on something that you've never even laid eyes on? To me, that's kind of hypocritical. And she spoke about how she had people messaging her telling her that the video was biased, but these, keep in mind, are people who are close to her, so wouldn't their opinion on the video be biased since they're people who are close to her, and they obviously know how she feels about drama channels, or maybe even here for the tea specifically. Alright, now I'm going to go into the shade Baja. We're going to pick up that big fluffy brush one more time, and this time I'm going to concentrate that shade Baja right on the outside corner and blend it into the crease as well. And we're going to go back into that Weekender shade on that same brush and just clean up that line up top. So I'm going to take the shade Hell Ride, which is right here, and we're going to place that strictly on that outside corner, going over the shade Baja we just placed down. I decided to go ahead and drag it in towards the middle a little bit, and it's up to you if you lost a little bit of that Baja shade, that pretty terracotta orange. Take it on a brush and just start placing it wherever you want it. What I don't understand is how Jaclyn can sit there and say that everything that Here for the Tea, I'm assuming and Teaspool as well, everything they had in their video was based off of opinion, when love her or hate her, either of them, Here for the Tea or Teaspool, I've never known either channel to make a video solely off opinions. I mean, she's well known for thorough research, and if she perhaps does have tea that has not been verified, she either will not put it in a video, or she won't put it in the video without at least clarifying that it has not been confirmed yet, and she makes sure that that is a clear point when talking about that certain thing. Now, in this specific situation, especially when it comes to the emails themselves, those were verified by Marlena herself. In regards to everything else, I mean, we've talked about the majority of these subjects that were brought up in this video prior to this even coming out from Here for the TNT spill, you know what I mean? And everything has been verified by either brands or the creators themselves, so it's not like there was anything like new. The newest thing that I saw in the video was, of course, the pictures of, like I said before my last video, the boxes and boxes and boxes of all that unused expired eyeshadow. Like, that was the one thing that was new to me, because I'd never seen that picture before. That was sad. All right, so for this next part, I'm gonna get the glitter ready. This is, of course, like I said, the MAC glitter in the shade Raining Riches. All I do is I just pour it into the cap. You don't need much. Look how pretty that is. Of course, the easiest way to make a glitter stay to your lid, you could use lash glue if you want. I mean, I have strip adhesive lash glue here, but what I did for my look last week was I used the Colourpop Supernova Shadow in the shade Dragon. This is what it looks like. I love these. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you if you've never seen these before. They are incredible. These are one of my favorite products from Colourpop, and they're super inexpensive. I will have this one linked down below specifically, but I honestly, guys, all of them are incredible. So I use this as a base, and then you have to work quickly because it's a very, very fast drying product. So what I did was I just had my brush ready, had my glitter ready, and then just laid down a layer of this stuff and applied the glitter as I went. If you're laying down glitter, I suggest using a very, very flat brush. I'm going to use this one from Wet n Wild. And let's go ahead and get into the glitter application. All right, you can put as little or as much as you want on your lid. It's completely up to you. You can see all the fallout of all the glitter. That's normal. That is exactly why I wait to do my foundation last. All right, so to darken up the outside corner to really make this a smoky eye, I'm gonna go into the shade Punk, which is this beautiful deep chocolate brown right here. And we're gonna go ahead and just place that down and do some blending. All right, I'm gonna do some slight blending. I'm gonna put some liner on and throw my lashes in the top lash line, and I'll meet you guys back here for the face. All right, so in regards to Jaclyn's reaction to the emails, as you guys saw in the run through of the receipts, someone had asked her for her reaction or her real thoughts on the emails, and Jaclyn, of course, uses right away the "I was young" excuse, which, come on, girl. This was like 2 to 3 years ago, I want to say, and I think she was around the age of like 25, 26, so it really was not that long ago, and she really wasn't much younger than she is right now. You mean to tell me you didn't know how to give someone a response in a timely manner when it came to professional things? Like being late by a week or two, whatever, a month, pushing it, let's be real. But this conversation was going on for months. She had all this time in the world to make up all these excuses as to why things weren't getting done when she could have just done what she was supposed to do, you know what I mean? Either that or just tell Marlena and Makeup Geek flat out, sorry, I don't want to do this anymore. That would have been a lot better than what she had done, which was basically just her leading them on for months and months and months. So long that the eyeshadows Marlena had ordered for the collaboration had pretty much been expired by the time anything happened. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 15 Light. And remember, the only things that Makeup Geek had asked her for from the beginning was the contracts to be signed, a copy of her signature for, I'm pretty sure, what was supposed to be the palette itself, and they even asked her to please test out an eyeshadow that was supposed to be for her collab. And she couldn't do any of that in a timely manner. So it's like, why even bother at this point? Like, why keep bothering her? I would have just canceled everything. The second time I ask for anything and I'm not getting it from you, I'd have been done. I'm sorry. It was so bad that even her manager, her own mother, couldn't be bothered to reply back in a timely manner. So it's like, why are you even bothering with her as your manager at this point? Still, I'm going to contour using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in the shade Dulce de Leche. Now, as for the I was overwhelmed excuse, fine. I'll let you pass with that. Kind of. The only reason I'm going to go ahead and give her a free pass on that is because her manager, her mother, part of her job is to make sure that she is scheduling things for Jaclyn and making sure that nothing is clashing, there's no brand deals clashing, she's got plenty of time in between brand deals, at least enough time for things to sell the right way like they should. But it seems like everything was scheduled in one big clusterfuck, which I can understand happening since obviously her mother has no experience, clearly, in being a professional manager. That just kind of ties in with the argument I used with Marlena in regards to trusting Jaclyn enough as her friend to not fuck her over in the end, which she obviously did. You should not trust family or friends when it comes to business. If I were Jaclyn, I would absolutely look for someone who is a professional manager, someone who knows how to schedule things properly so you're not in a big clusterfuck like this was. Someone who's professional, who knows what the fuck they're doing, would absolutely serve you better in the long run. And I'm sure your mom had the best of intentions, but it's clearly not working for you to have her as your manager. At least that's the way I see things. I could be very wrong, obviously. To finish off the bottom lash line, I just applied some Kohl black eyeliner. And I'm also gonna pick up one of my smaller brushes. This one is from Luxie. This is the Luxie 237 small tapered blending brush. I'm gonna pick up the shades we used and basically just layer everything on the bottom lash line, making sure to keep it as close to the lash line as possible. And a finishing touch I like to do is I will go back in with the Colourpop Supernova Shadow and I'll put a little bit on that inside corner on the bottom lash line. If you want to be even more extra than what this already is, you can go ahead and use whatever's left in the cap as far as glitter and do like a little teardrop thing that everyone's into right now. I'm not going to. I like the way it looks just the way it is. So let's go ahead and finish off with the highlight and I think lippy. And that's it. As far as her reaction to the emails and how she was not able to verify them, I understand what she meant when she said that she couldn't find the leaked emails online to confirm them because the original video that had the original leaked emails in it, as soon as it went up, it was up for about, I want to say like an hour, and it was just as quickly taken down. And if she truly hadn't seen the original video, of course she wouldn't have known which emails that she was supposed to verify or confirm as being real. We all know, as of right now, Marlena has verified the authenticity of the emails. To me, I find it so hard to believe that there was no way she couldn't spend a couple of minutes on Google and couldn't find a copy or screenshots of the emails. We live in a world now where Everything is either screen recorded or screenshotted. Nothing is truly ever completely gone from the internet in this day and age, unfortunately, for anybody. Alright, as for the lips, you can do a nude if you want. A nice dark nude, a more cool tone nude would look really good with this. But I'm going to use the same lippy I used in that video, and this is the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Saturday. Alright, so please excuse my hair. I have to go do my hair. It is a mess. I'm going to straighten it tonight. I do have somewhere to go, so I really do have to go do my hair. As you guys saw in the read-through, there has been talk of a possible interview between Here for the Tea. I'm not sure if T-Spill is going to be involved, but I'm fairly certain it's definitely going to be Here for the Tea and Jaclyn. So whether or not there's going to be a 5th installment into the series, I have no idea. I'm assuming that's how it's going to go. Or they may just cut in different edits if there is an interview and get Jaclyn's perspective in each video on each subject that's mentioned from here on out. I'm not really sure what to expect, but if the rest of the series was as informative as this first episode was, I'm very excited to see what else gets told and what else gets exposed. Anyways, guys, leave your opinions down below. What do you guys think about this whole situation? And I want to know from you guys, what do you guys plan on doing as far as Morphe? If you've shopped with Morphe before, has this recent situation changed your mind at all? Do you continue to buy from them? Do you truly like their products? Leave your opinions down below. And I guess that's it for tonight's video. So if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so, so much. Bye.